So we're here. My name is Oswaldo Perez. We're here at the Imperial. We just witnessed a really cool show with Petunia and the Vipers. And I don't know. This interview is gonna be seen in a lot of countries.
Cool.
So I wanted to ask you a little bit about your sound for people that don't know you. I know you have like an old classic sound, but kind of darky at the same time. So, would you like to describe your sound to the?
It's
to the
a
people?
long conversation, but in short, you could say that we've learned a lot about older types of music, but we're springboarding off of the music of the past into a new musical arena that's sort of unexplored. I guess it's been explored by other people, but we're exploring a new musical arena, and I think we're coming up with a whole new genre, if you will, a whole new sound. So it's not really one, it's many, many things, but sort of put together in a new cohesive one sound way.
And I have a two-part question.
Sure.
Who are the Vipers?
Yeah.
And why Petunia and the Vipers?
I'm Petunia, and the Vipers are Jimmy Roy on lap steel guitar, Stephen Nicleva on electric guitar, Paul Townsend on drums, Patrick Metzger on stand-up bass, and then we have a lot of other Vipers tonight. We played with Kathleen Nisbet on violin. We've also played with J.P. Carter on trumpet. Paul Rigby's played with us on electric guitar. Paul Pigat on electric guitar. And there's lots of I could list and list. There's probably like 100 different Vipers across Canada that I play with.
And why Petunia? Are you like fond of flowers? Or?
A lady gave me the name.
Oh yeah.
On the first night that we met, and then she taught me how to play and sing, and it's like a boy named Sue.
And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna be Petunia.
I didn't want or not want. She just kept calling me that, and then that became my name.
And the Vipers?
There's been Petunia and the Hound Dogs, Petunia and the Hillbillies, Petunia and the Petunia. There's been Petunia and all sorts of names. So this is just another incarnation, Petunia and the Vipers.
Awesome. You guys are a fantastic band, and you have like a lot of following, but you do very few shows here in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
That's a long conversation. We're talking about the Vancouver live music scene.
Yes, please.
I don't know. We play in Bellingham a lot. We play in Bellingham once a month. We play in the United States mostly. We play down to Los Angeles. I just got back from Los Angeles. With Steven, we played a show there with DJ Bonebreak from X. You know the punk rock band X? Mm-hmm. He played drums with us. He's our drummer in Los Angeles. And Johnny Baz from the Blasters plays bass with us down there. We have played shows with Exie as well. You know Exine from the X band? She's played some shows with us, like in the same band. And then we do more shows with Phil Alvin from the Blasters. Him and I sing songs together and do shows. And then I just got back from New Orleans. I played with another different band there. I tour Canada lots as a duo. I just got back from England, Ireland, Sweden, Scotland, Wales, where I toured with Nathan Godfrey, just him and I, acoustic show, which is another show that has some of the same songs. But there's a whole, there's 4 or 5 at least subsects of sound that happen.
No, and actually that was my next question. Like your tours and you have a new CD.
I have a new CD.
Yeah.
I have a new
you
CD.
want to talk about that?
I have a new CD called Inside of You, which just came out in May.
Suggested name, no?
Inside of You. Inside of You is the name of a song, the title track of a song on the CD. And then the CD before that is called Petunia and the Vipers. And then there's another 8 CDs before that one. There's a lot of. And then I'm putting out another CD in May with Nathan Godfrey, just him and I doing acoustic duos.
So you're planning
We're playing.
more
Cantamos,
shows?
cantamos Dos Gardenias, ¿conoces?
Sí, Dos Gardenias, claro.
Sí, cantamos Dos Gardenias. Y en the album that just came out, we do another Spanish, my song, but we do a version in Spanish.
So what's your plans for touring this year?
Let me see. Touring Canada. This summer we're going out west. I'm touring out as a solo guy in the later part of the summer. In the early part of the summer we're going back to Los Angeles to play another big festival down there with DJ Bonebreak and Baz and a tour. We'll hit San Diego, we'll hit SoCal. I don't think I'm going back to New Orleans in the south until the fall. And then I'll probably go to the Maritimes in Canada, and I'm going back to England, Ireland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway in September, and maybe a piece of October. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So Petunia has a lot of incarnation bands.
Yeah. Well, it depends where we go. Play different ways, different bands. Depends. Yeah, it depends on a lot of
Awesome.
things.
And if people wanna know where you're touring, where can they find your music?
They can go to. Thank you for asking. They can go to petuniamusic.com. That's PETUNIAMUSIC. Petuniamusic.com. Petuniamusic.com. They can go to Petunia and The Vipers.com. They can find us on Facebook, Petunia and The Vipers. They can find me on Facebook, Marcel Petunia.
Marcel Petunia.
See?
Marcel Petunia.
Marcelos.
Marcelos. And I hate to ask this question, but let's talk a little bit about music. Like,
Okay.
what do you like to listen? What are
what
your
do I like to listen
influences? You're like, these guys are really so.
Gee, what am I listening to nowadays? I don't listen to enough music. Oh, I'm listening to a lot of Blind Willie McTell, actually, in my car. Do you know Jack White, the White Stripes?
Yeah.
So his sound is largely, to my ears, his sound is largely based off of this one. His sound is based off of many things, but he's hugely influenced by Blind Willie McTell. He covers one of his songs. Blind Willie McTell recorded it in the 20s, late 20s and the early 30s. I mean, there's so many people in that.
When you were young, what made you
I was listening to punk
start
rock.
to play?
I didn't play
music?
until I was much later in life. I made movies and I was a painter and a poet. I mean, wrote poetry. You know how you do that when you just write stuff.
There must be like some guy that you're like, I can
When
make
I was
music
younger?
like that.
No, it was the lady who named me Petunia. She had a country music collection in a suitcase full of cassettes. And then I just picked up a guitar, started learning guitar and singing and playing on the street. I played on the street for 7 years, making a living all over Canada. I played every major street corner in Canada where you can go and busk. I played lots in New York City in the subways. And I played a little bit up and down the East Coast, like hitchhiking around and traveling. Even in Europe I played a little bit. I started busking originally in Israel a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you have like a full show here in
Yeah.
Imperial in Vancouver. You're from Vancouver, no?
I'm from Quebec.
From Quebec.
Je viens de Québec, je parle français. Tu parles français?
Ah, petit
Non,
peu,
un petit
petit
peu,
peu.
ouais, c'est comme espagnol. Si. Similar.
Similar. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Great show here,
Thank you.
Petunia and the Vipers. Check him out. Petuniaandthevipers.com.
Petuniaandthevipers.com or petuniamusic.com.
Check him out.